a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Do you remember what the intro was? Leave me alone.
Hail and well met, gentle listeners.
Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as a godly parent.
I'm Raye from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
And we're here.
We're queer.
We need to stop using that.
I can't. I literally can't.
I need to stop saying that also.
It's in my brain.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Oh,
it's like
man.
an earworm. An ear meme?
Yeah, something like that. So we got to see episode 3. It was very deeply exciting.
Yeah. I'm assuming you only saw it once.
Yes.
I watched it 3 times.
Of course.
Listen, I watched the first 2 episodes like 3 times. Actually, I watched the second episode 4 times because we ended up recording, another day. So I was like, but, it's like, oh, well, I have to watch it like twice before recording. But also, I have to watch it with the group because I want to do watch parties in the Discord and watch it with friends. Yeah. That's the vibe. That's just the vibe.
I get the feeling that you don't mind so much, though.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that my dad asked, hey, have you started watching Percy Jackson yet?
Aww.
And I was like, oh, you sweet old man. I have to cover it for my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I've been watching it. Of course I did not wait for you. I do not have the time to afford to wait for you.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's so funny.
If I wake up early enough it's Christmas Eve that the next one comes out, right? Not Christmas Day. My brain was thinking it was Christmas Day for a second. If it was Christmas Day, I'd be like, if I woke up early enough, watch it at 3 a.m. because I barely get any sleep that night anyway. But I could also just watch it at 3 a.m. like on a regular night.
Just cuz.
Because I'll have nothing to do except for spend time with family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to have slept good for that.
I mean, true. I've always been a Christmas early riser.
Yeah.
Like 5 a.m. because you're just so excited.
I'm still that person.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not 5 a.m. because my parents refuse to get up.
So I would be awake at that time. So what we would do is the kids, we would all go to the living room where the tree is and the kitchen, and we would get hot cocoa, and we were allowed to open our stockings without the parents. So we would do that and have a nice little morning hangout.
I'm not allowed to do that by myself.
Aw.
I could probably have hot cocoa by myself.
Yeah, no, we just had to wait for the real presents. It was kind of our compromise so that we wouldn't bother them at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, I was obviously that kid, but, only child.
Mm-hmm,
and then getting older, I think it was in college or something around when I started sleeping downstairs on the couch because I just wanted to sleep next to the Christmas tree.
Aww. What if you woke up with Santa was there though?
That's not a problem. I'd be like, thanks, Nick.
Good.
I'm not gonna bother Santa. I'm not doing it specifically to be up for Santa. I'm just like, you know what? As I get older, I start losing the magic. So I'm like, I need to sleep near the Christmas tree because that is where I feel the magic the most is around all the lights and everything. So, and upstairs is boring. There's no decorations in my room or upstairs or anything. So
when I believed in Santa, I'm trying to remember because I know that there was a time when I was like, that's not real, but I'm choosing to believe in it because it is a fun thing for me. So I never had like the I hate Santa, you lied to me face. I was like, no, I get it. This is just like religion, except it wasn't, because I did believe in God and now I don't. I can have a belief that is not based in fact in Santa Claus, because that is for my own enjoyment and doesn't affect how I live my life generally. Unlike religion, where I feel very strongly, actually, that I can't just like lie to myself. But anyways, so where I was going is that I believed very strongly that if I wasn't asleep, then Santa wouldn't come. They like got me with that one. So I like had to like conk myself out. So I couldn't have slept in the tree room because I would have been like worried about it. Because like, what if I woke up and he left?
Well, like I said, I only started doing that when I was getting older and I was losing it a little bit. Yeah. No, okay, since we're on this tangent, I have to share some stories. Because, of course, I was a Rankin Bass kid.
Oh, of course.
As, you know, I feel like most of our generation was. Grew up on those movies, and at 5 years old, you know what? I've always been this person to quote things and repeat what has been said in a media. And I said, only babies believe in Santa Claus. Because they said that in A Year Without a Santa Claus. And I made all the kids in kindergarten cry.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was quoting a movie. And my
Holy
mom
crap.
still laughs about this because she's just like, you're the biggest believer of them all. Like, why would anybody get you in trouble for this? You were quoting a movie. And my mom finally told me that Santa wasn't real when I was 11 or 12. And I was like logicking like, well, Santa lives in the North Pole. Like when I was, you know, doing homework or something. I don't even remember what the frickin' homework was, but it was something about like homework and nothing lives there or what have you. Just like Santa lives there. My mom's like, okay, so I need to tell you a thing.
Oh no.
And I'm like, why? Why have you lied to me?
See, I never had that moment. I had, like, you know, people talk about how Santa isn't real, and so I'm like, oh, I guess he isn't. Like, I just kind of figured it out from context clues, I guess. So maybe that's why I was never bitter about it, because nobody ever had to, you know, explain it to me.
He is real. He's just Odin.
Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense.
I think that's more believable, is that he's just Odin. Okay, we can go back to Percy Jackson now that we've had this fun tangent.
Yeah, we do. I hope everyone likes us just chatting to each other. This is what we do because we don't talk for the rest of the week, so...
We need to schedule, like, a separate, like, time of the week where we just chat and get all of this shit out of the way.
Maybe the listeners like this. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys enjoy this, but I also just like talking to Raye.
Aw, I like talking to you too. And I like talking to you about Percy Jackson. And we watched episode 3, which is We Board the Princess Andromeda. Excellent.
Yeah.
I was worried I was going to have, like, a preposition wrong in there.
We certainly did that.
We did.
I feel like, you know, if you were being more accurate, I think there's like, there's words. I can't remember what words are, but they got on there illegally.
They sure did.
What's
we stow away on the Princess Andromeda.
We stow away on the Princess Andromeda. There we go. Because, I mean, they boarded it, but...
Yeah, they did not go on a boardwalk, you know?
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Good note, good note.
So, Raye, did you, I'm not sure if you know about this, but do you know about the official Percy Jackson podcast?
No, I don't.
They have an official one now.
Okay.
My brain says it's a lie because they started it as a visual media on Disney Plus before they even released the audio segments. I think it's now out on like Spotify and all those other places. But like, one, they're stealing our shit. Excuse me. This is already an oversaturated place of Percy Jackson podcasts.
Yeah, this is an oversaturated market, and you guys don't need to muscle in with your legitimacy.
Yeah. I mean, I do in fact love Arian hosting it, because he's great. I did watch the first 3 episodes of it. It's very cute.
But we're not getting paid to do this. We do this for the love of the game. I mean, we do have patrons, and we appreciate them very much, but no one else is paying us.
I'm doing this because I like Percy Jackson, okay? I'm not doing this for anyone's approval.
Yeah.
But I did remember that they said on the podcast that like, oh yeah, like episode 3, we're just always gonna open with like the Oracle scene in the attic. And I'm like, I'm like, okay, so prediction for season 3 is that we're gonna have Percy going up to the attic and screaming at the Oracle in that episode. Because remember, he doesn't get the prophecy from the Oracle in the Titan's Curse. The Oracle walks down to catch the flag.
Interesting. Very interesting.
If they do actually want to keep that going, that's how they could do that, is like, plot twist, Percy goes up to the attic, even though he didn't get a quest or anything, he's just yelling at the Oracle, she doesn't say anything, and then, you know, the rest of it happens.
Very interesting. Yeah.
They could still keep it as like, that's what happens at the start of episode 3. But in this episode, we finally get to see Clarice with the Oracle.
Hell yeah, girl.
I love it.
She is not having a great time.
She's trying to be all official. She's like, Clarice, daughter of Ares, I have a quest. I'm here to see the Oracle.
She's doing her absolute best, and then as soon as it moves, she just fucking beheads her. Girl, I love it. You're so crazy.
Like, I want to know what the people at camp actually know about the Oracle, because, like, one, they don't have a lot of quests. Like, there really hasn't been a quest in, like, a few years since, you know, Percy's. So, like, he's the only one who's been up to the attic, and maybe, you know, since Luke's quest.
Right.
I would assume. Does anyone know about the mummy? Like, what are they expecting up there? Does Clarice have an expectation going into this? Or is she just
it did not seem like it. Yeah, she seemed quite surprised by literally everything that happened.
Yeah, she's just like blinking at it like, I guess that's the thing, maybe? Is that a person? Is it alive? What's going on? And then it freaks her the hell out. But it puts its head back on.
Yeah,
and
very
that's
funny.
Pretty creepy. She can't die even when she's dead.
Yeah, you know how it is, being cursed and whatnot.
Now, I feel like we never saw this scene before, so we didn't know how to interpret, you know,
what Clarice would have actually seen from the Oracle.
Yeah, because, you know, we knew that Percy saw Gabe.
Yes.
We've never seen what anyone else sees when they go to visit the Oracle.
So I had issues with the way they did it in the first season because, you know, in the book, it is Gabe and his buddies at a poker table, and they all speak with the Oracle's voice, kind of, and, you know, it switches from person to person as the thing goes on. It's a very creative way to do it, and then in the show, they just had Gabe say it, and it's like, why is it Gabe? What is the purpose of this? This doesn't really mean anything for him. It's just, like, weird, instead of, you know, something that's, like, kind of surreal.
But it could potentially have meaning if we get more of these, because, like, okay, so what is Gabe to Percy? And now we see that Clarice sees herself. So what is Clarice to Clarice?
I see where you're going with that, and if they do something with that, I will like it very much. I will be very interested. Like, the idea that this is, you know, the person you loathe, or the person you think is in your way, you know, something like that. That could be very interesting. But as of right now, it feels like a lazy choice to me.
For it to be Clarice?
Yeah, I don't love it. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, what else would you do? And I don't know what you would do, because we don't know other people in Clarice's life, really. You could have done Chris Rodriguez. That could have been very interesting. I was thinking about Ares, yeah. And Ares does also fit into, you know, the narrative that we're talking about now. The potential symbolism of, like, a person who is in your way or someone who berates you. It would even, you know, kind of relate to how Gabe was in a position of power over Percy. Yeah, so that could be interesting, but that is not what they did here. Yeah, I just thought it was a little lazy. But I will take that back if it does seem to be going the way that you're talking about it.
Yeah, I'm still going with my interpretation because, like, remember, like, I mean, it's gonna happen, like, 5 seconds later after this, but, like, she goes on the quest by herself, you You know, like
oh
who's the one
yeah,
who's
I do kind of like that. You know, if
Like,
she's the only person, yeah.
who's the one in your way on this quest? Who is your
Mm-hmm.
opposition here? It is her because of this fear of failure and all
Mhm.
these things.
I like that. I like it as an interpretation. I like it a lot. But again, I
and we really get
as much as I love what they have done with the Oracle, I love the attic, I love her, you know, actress, I like the big mouth opening and all the smoke coming out. I think it all looks great, and, you know, it matches the book, and it also has its own visual identity, but I don't love that the actual Oracle deliveries are not that, you know, creative.
I mean,
not that it's like a huge problem. That is just something I thought about watching it.
It
Yeah.
could just be that, like, hey, this is kind of where the budget is.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
this point, the budget goes to everything else. We went to the chariot races, so now
It sure did.
it went to making the Princess Andromeda. Like,
Mhm.
we gotta draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
We get green, smoky Clarice being like, "This is your quest, and you're gonna fail."
You will fail. Yeah.
We don't get the full thing. Because it
Yes,
doesn't
I
say,
love that too.
Without friends to fly
Mhm.
away home. We miss that part.
And so it almost feels like she's setting herself up to fail with the choice that she's made here, which I think is very interesting.
I mean, yes, that I think that is like, she doesn't know it is the thing. She doesn't know that she's setting herself up to fail. Because I think my interpretation of how she interprets the prophecy is that she can't have friends in the quest. Is like why she goes without friends.
I don't see
Like-
exactly how you would get that from the actual wording, but I think that's interesting.
Yeah, like that's how I've always read it as, and I'm like, I don't necessarily understand. I feel like there needs to be a comma somewhere in that wording for her to interpret it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you know, there's many ways to read a sentence, but I think it's specifically that Clarice thinks that having friends along is why she's going to fail, and that's why she doesn't bring people, and that's why in the next scene, Tantalus is like, okay, well, Annabeth is dead to us. So you need to pick a new person. That's how this works, right? Question mark. Whatever. Also, Tantalus being like, you have full authority to kill them.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
don't worry
he
about it.
wants her to do murder. Yeah.
Murder.
He's very into it.
Go for it.
Very, very, what a guy.
The gods have absolved you of that. Don't worry about it.
You have full authority to, you know, do whatever to these criminals. The way that I was kind of reading it in the scene, the way that she was almost, you know, spacing out and not even really knowing what was going on around her, and the way that she kind of despairingly looks over at Chris, it felt to me like she was almost resigned to failure, and that, you know, she comes back from that when she gives her speech towards the end of the episode. Like, she kind of gets over that slump, and she's like, no, I'm gonna defy fate. I'm gonna make this happen. But she's only confident enough to do that later on. That was kind of how I was reading it.
That's also good.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's so many ways to read this. I love it.
I love interpreting media.
And then I feel like we get my brain says this is like a jump scare of like pop music because
It kind of is. Yeah, it almost feels a little weird, and it doesn't quite match the tone of the episode, but like I think it works.
it's good for this scene. It is. But it's just the fact that we go from like the somberness of like her resigning herself to failure to like pop music on the cruise ship. Percy, Annabeth, and Tyson like jumping over. And okay, I'm now like pausing it on the Andromeda, and I'm seeing they have like a little sea serpent logo. I like that.
Yep.
We love the mythology callbacks. I'm gonna point another one out later.
Good.
So we don't have our zombified tourists yet. I'm still holding out hope.
I mean, there are tourists on the boat, and they aren't seeing what's going on. So I think that this might be all you get, really.
We don't know if we're gonna see it again. Like,
true.
Who's to say that, like, they're supposed to be, unless they might not be doing the battle on the deck, because I think, feel like it's all but confirmed that we're getting, like, some kind of fight at camp at the end of this season. I'm pretty sure, like, Luke confirms it kind of in this episode.
And that is, you know, when I'm thinking about like what we saw in the trailers, that seems right to me.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I feel like we gotta see the Princess Andromeda at least one more time in this season for this set to have been worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It feels like a lot of set.
I agree. It does feel almost like a shame to just leave it. But I mean, that is kind of how the story works, you know, in a lot of ways. It's we do something in a place and then we leave and we never come back. And so I do want to have like a fantastic Cersei's Island and whatnot. And, you know, that's just going to be a 1-episode location.
That is, yeah, absolutely. I think our next, personally, I'm taking this as another mythology callback. So in front of the room that they go into, like they sneak into some room that is like being upgraded or cleaned or something. We have this cute little chibi anime character of like this Grecian woman, and my brain says this is Andromeda. This is a cute little chibi black girl. Andromeda is an African princess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that totally tracks. I believe you.
I think that's Andromeda. And I love how cute she is. Like,
yeah, I thought that was very good.
I want the merch of Princess Andromeda with this cute little chibi girl. I want to know who drew it, like...
Yeah, totally. That's very good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love their conversation in the room. I love the Tyson bits, and then, you know, Percy and Annabeth, what they talk about. It's very good.
It's already dry.
Yes.
You notice that? I think we're getting it this season. I think we're getting the dryness power. Like, I think that's going to come up. That's here, so we can get that in the Siren episode, right? I think so. That's my personal take.
Yeah, it's just something Percy does, and he hasn't really noticed, but Tyson is very observant in a lot of ways.
With that one eye of his.
Yep.
He goes to, you know, change into some not wet clothes, and Percy and Annabeth are like, so, let's talk about the thing that we can't talk about.
Let's talk about our secrets really quietly, and Tyson's like, I can still hear you guys. Yeah. And Percy's like, it's fine, buddy. I fucking loved that. That was such a good little exchange for me. Beautiful.
And Percy's brilliant plan is, don't tell me, okay? If there's probably a good reason for me not to know, because, like, you know, prophecies and some shit, what have you. He knows his Greek mythology. He's probably read Oedipus, or heard about it, at least. You know?
Right. His mom told him all the myths. He's got it. He gets it.
So he's like, Annabeth, you have to say a code word whenever I'm acting in a way that could affect the prophecy badly. Okay? Cool. Code word is boon. Because Percy does not believe this to be a word. I stand by it.
But he doesn't. It's clear that he doesn't. He's like, that's fake made up shit. It's so funny. It's so good. I love this for them. And I love Percy was so fucking mad before, you know? And he has clearly, you know, been thinking about this. He had this whole argument with Annabeth, and he's like, I don't want that to be our relationship. I think we can be friends, despite our differences. And so he is trying so hard to be like, okay, I get it, and I trust you. I do. He makes that very, very clear. I trust you. I trust Chiron. And so, yeah, you're in charge here. I don't need to know. He's trying really hard, and I appreciate that about him so much.
A good noodle. That is Percy. Tyson smells monsters on the ship.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go figure out what the heck's going on there. It's not great. And Clarice, meanwhile, is leaving camp to go on her quest. She's immediately met by War Daddy.
I'm really excited for my wrestling men to watch this episode because they're gonna be so excited to see Edge again. They went like crazy in the first season. It's just gonna be a little treat for me. Ares, very good here. I like a lot about this portrayal. I like the way that he talks about the boat in like this very like war history fan kind of way, or like car guy. It's like both of those things at once.
He's a boat guy.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like the way that he yells abusively at these guys and the way that, like, you know, he's being nice to Clarice, but there's a clear implied threat that, like, he's not gonna be if she fucks up.
Mm-hmm.
I like taking out the overt misogyny of the confrontation that they had in the book. But at the same time, you know, he calls her like a girl when he's talking to all these guys. And so I do, you know, he's not as overtly misogynistic, but I don't think that that's been completely removed from his character. It's just that it's in this more subtle, like, societal way that we have it in real life more commonly nowadays. Not that people aren't openly misogynistic, but, you know, I liked the way it was written. I liked that we are not completely getting rid of, you know, this abusive parental figure situation that she is dealing with, which is, you know, I feel like that's the first time in the books when you really feel sympathy for her as a person. And I think that, to me, that's important for her development.
Yeah.
And I also think that letting these parental relationships continue to be complicated in this world when we are expanding on that theme even more here is good.
And I think this complicates it even more, instead of just straight up like, oh, he's like misogynistic and like abusive and all of that. It's more like, it's more subtle.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like you said, like, he talks softly to her, but also still like, don't fuck up.
Or else you're gonna end up like these losers.
Yeah. So they talk about, like, he gets all the losers in war. So we don't just have, once again, as we talked about several times at this point, it's not just the
Confederates. We do have a few Confederates, but, you know, they're mixed in with other things. And I think that is a really, really good choice because, one, it is more creative, but two, it feels less gross. You know, here they are just part of this larger group of people instead of focusing on Confederates as being our characters there.
Yeah, we have less room for Rick's boner for the Civil War. So Ares is like, this is the most I can do for you. Like, I'm kind of in the doghouse right now.
Yeah, you would be after last book.
Catch up to the little twerp, you know?
Yeah, that guy who kicked your ass, Ares.
Yeah, I love it. So he yells at them and they're look to her. Is it gonna work out? We'll see.
Yeah, it seems a little tense already, and yeah.
So we go back to the Andromeda. Percy, Annabeth, and Tyson are checking out, you know, my brain wants to say Lido deck, and I don't know a lot of cruise ship terms, so I'm just like, saying that feels like I could be saying the right thing, or it could be entirely wrong.
I think that they might have shown like a sign that said Lido deck in the thing, so I think you're correct, but I could also be wrong. But you can just say deck. Also, it's the deck of the ship.
All of my knowledge of cruise ships comes from Sweet Life on Deck. Because I've never been on a cruise.
I've been on a couple because my mom's side of the family really enjoys them. And they have money even though I don't. It's basically like this. You just kind of wander around doing shit.
They certainly are wandering around doing shit. And you know who else is? The Laistrogonians. They're here. They're chilling.
The same Laistrogonians from before. We are able to confirm.
Same exact guys. And it's like, oh, the Mist is working overtime right now. We need to leave. Tyson, go get our shit. Go get packed up. We'll see what's going on here.
And then the girl, Allison Sims.
I'm obsessed with her, kind of.
She's so shitty this episode, though.
I love how shitty she is.
I appreciate it about her.
Like, okay, I'm warming up to Clarice for like how like emotional we're getting into her character and understanding her. Allison, I don't need to understand her. I just love her being a bitch.
Hell
yeah. You understand that? Like, okay, so she's just sitting here, like, sunbathing, reading this Bow Huntress, like, magazine is what it says.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's adorable, actually.
I love it so much.
So now that you say this about her, I'm like, is this because our Luke in this series is a little bit more sympathetic? We see later in the episode that he actively doesn't want either of them to be killed. And, you know, that's sort of implied in the books, and it's something that he says, but he does act in a way that could get them killed many, many times. Here he is a slightly more sympathetic character in a lot of ways. And so I wonder if she's kind of filling in our our basic evil bitch role.
Yeah, I do think that's what we're going for here. Maybe they'll develop her more, either in this season or other seasons.
I'm wondering, because
knows?
we're gonna get
I'm just
Ethan
enjoying-
eventually, and we're gonna get Chris Rodriguez doing some shit, perhaps. Who knows at this point?
Oh,
Because I thought he was
yeah.
maybe gonna go on the quest, and he didn't get to. So
Yeah, I didn't mention that earlier, but one of my thoughts about Chris not going on the quest might mean that either he is the spy at camp, because there's definitely a spy implied at this point to already be at camp still. I mean, it could also be Selena, but we haven't seen
But
her
that would be
yet
quite
or
early
anything.
for that, yeah.
It would be early. So I'm like, either Chris is a current spy at camp, or not going on the quest helps him turn somehow
Yeah.
to Luke's side. Because he's like, I didn't even get a chance to prove myself.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see where that
And it-
goes.
And it complicates his relationship with Clarice, potentially, you know? And he's mad at her.
Yeah, I'm wondering what exactly she did, because they show us this scene where she's supposed to choose another companion, and then we just see her walking away, and it's like, is she actually doing that in an official capacity, or is she also kind of breaking the rules, not in a way that Ares minds, but maybe the Tantalus does?
It's unclear.
Unclear at this point, yeah.
We don't
I'm very curious, though.
necessarily know. So, yeah, Allie is here. I'm going to continue to call her Allie because this show keeps continuously being like, we have to call her Allison Sims. We have to first name, last name. Again, I already mentioned this before. Like, it's okay. It's fine if you do that once. It's the fact that they're consistently doing that every time we see her now.
It is
I'm
funny.
like, it's
There are certain people
I need
where
a
you
meme.
just feel the need to first name, last name.
I need a meme of this because she's like, oh my god, Annabeth? Like, she recognizes, she's overhearing part of their conversation and clearly like, ooh, I have to like get in on this and like, you know,
Yeah.
tell Luke about that they're here.
Get
and
these demigods taken care of.
she's like, oh my god, Annabeth, remember we were at camp together, glory to Athena, glory to Apollo, what have you.
And they do a big hug. It's
And-
almost sweet, except for the fact that you know she's a fucking liar.
Yeah, she already knows about Percy, obviously, because Luke. Annabeth's like, there's monsters in the ship. You need to get away from here. And she's like, nah, I have Monster Hunter friends also here. Demigods, of course. Well, I'll go get them, okay? Don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
This is where she's probably going to try to tell Luke.
She plays it so smooth. Like, we know for a fact that she knows what the fuck is going on, but she's just like, oh no, I didn't notice. Like, girl.
And then this is when Percy finally recognizes her from the dream. And I'm like, Percy.
Recognizes
What?
the full first name, last name.
Exactly. The full first name, last name from the dream. You had this dream. Why are you not immediately clocking this girl? Like, I know she has a
maybe
different
there
outfit
is
on.
some, like, dream forgetting.
Is Percy having a face blindness moment? Is it like, is that it?
I mean, I am every day of my life.
Is that what it means,
So
the first name,
I
last
get
name?
it.
Is it just the face blindness of the ADHD? I don't know. But he's like, oh, you betrayed Grover. She's leading us into a trap. Okay, so we have to fight. And we do a little bit of fighty-fighty. She got a knife.
Yep.
So she's not just, you know, a bow and arrow girl.
She's very much roguing it. She's roguing out.
Again, obsessed with her. No one is noticing because obviously the mist and what have you, like...
Yes. I don't think that it's just the mist. I think that this is their answer to the zombified people. Because, you know, they were saying the mist is working overtime. Like, I think that they would normally notice that something was wrong and that they have done something to the mist or something that is making them not see that there is a commotion at all.
That could be it. So, she falls overboard.
They just toss that girl.
She gone. She's
gone.
fine. She'll survive. She's okay. She can swim. And they go through her
Hey,
ship.
actually, I do need to point out that if you fell off of a cruise ship, like that, off the deck of a cruise ship, you would hit that water like concrete. You would be fucking dead.
Well,
That is not what happens here because it's a TV show, but...
I was gonna say, one, she is a demigod.
True.
They're a little bit stronger. Two, she's a daughter of the god of medicine.
I don't know that helps. They can get poisoned and whatnot.
They can, but this isn't a poisoning. I'm just saying, this is straight up just like, she might just have like some more resistances than some of the other ones to like broken bones.
I feel like that is a very far stretch. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm also just saying. That seems unlikely to me.
I think they have higher constitutions. That's just And they go through Allison's shit, and hey look, she's got this little key card. Ooh, what's this symbol? I love how like subtle it is. Percy has to like turn it over in his hand. He's like, it's a scythe. Yeah. It's Kronos! Oh no. And Annabeth like turns the TV back on because she turned it off earlier. And now we see that the symbol is on the TV.
So it is weird that she immediately goes to turn the TV on, but I kind of did make it work for myself because, like, you know, after this, what she says is, this is his cruise ship. You know, it's not just that he's here, it's that he owns this spot. And so that's what she's showing and like figuring out in that moment. Like she knows that the TV is going to confirm this. It does feel so strange though that that's what she goes to do. At this moment.
I think I totally understand why she does this. It's because she sees this little thing and it's a key card.
Yeah, absolutely, like exactly.
And so the room key being that, it's like, is it the entire ship or is it like a secret thing? That's what her hypothesis is going towards here.
And she is able to, in fact, to confirm that it's the entire ship. Yeah, it totally makes sense, but it sure feels weird.
So we go back to Clarice and she's like, okay, cool. First line of the prophecy, Iron Ship, Warriors of Bone.
Yep, cool. We got that one. Check.
You know what I was thinking about when watching this episode is how we have Tantalus back at camp, who's also brought from the underworlds. And then we have these guys. And I feel like there's nothing like brought out about how like Tantalus is just kind of a guy and these guys are like zombies.
Yeah, they are like
or something. Like they're all clearly undead, and Tantalus is just a guy.
So they are fucking over Clarice this whole scene, and yet I am so charmed. I fucking love the blockbuster guy joke. It's so good. This song is so good. I love it. I'm a sucker for a war chant. I hate war. I love a good war chant. I love the aesthetic. It's so good.
It's a sea shanty. That's why too. And yeah, Blockbuster, he went down in the streaming wars. I want to know like the logic. Like I get it, but I'm also like, who killed him for the streaming wars? Like, did he sell his soul to try to win that? Like, what? Like, what's...
It seems to be a bit more abstract than that. Like, they did call it a war. They called it the streaming wars. I think that's why he got jurisdiction, basically. I think maybe this guy, like, fell off a ladder in a Blockbuster.
I'm thinking he must have been in the trenches of the streaming wars for that to have been his fate. You know, is to
maybe it just means that he took it really seriously, you know? Maybe he was so deeply invested and it felt like a war to him, and also it was named as a war, and so that's why he gets this guy in particular. Maybe not everyone who dies who worked at Blockbuster.
Plot twist, he's like a demigod of like Son of Ares or something, and that's why he took it so seriously. Also, he does have a weapon. He has a little price scanner on his belt. I don't know if you noticed. It's great.
That's very good. That's very good.
I want to see him scan somebody in the face. Like, that's my new Chekhov's gun.
So he fits right in with the rest of these guys, but they are very much ignoring Clarice, even when she is attempting to give them orders, and it sucks. They're so mean to her.
She's doing what Ares was doing before, and it's not working for her. And it's definitely not working because she's not the all-powerful god of war.
Yeah, she doesn't have the juice.
Like, you know, who's literally
and also,
terrifying.
Yeah, and there's also a respect that comes with the fear that they have for Ares, and they actively do not respect her whatsoever at this moment.
No, because what did Ares do? He was just like, this little girl is your captain.
And she's unproven, and she's brand new, and you're all gonna be under her command.
He was disrespecting her when trying to you know, tell them to follow her. So it really didn't work. Now we go back to the trio, and Percy is like, we gotta take Luke down. He's here.
We gotta take him out. And Annabeth's like, hold up.
Boone! Boone, safe word. Safe word.
Literally. God.
And Percy's like, okay, this is a problem. Because now you're going to say this every time to win an argument, and I won't know if you're using it the wrong way or not.
But she explains herself, and this is what I was kind of talking about. Her actress kills this scene. Okay, I'm gonna be very slightly critical for a second. Sometimes I think show Annabeth is a little one note. She is frequently very serious. You know, she is just very intense. She kind of stares down the person that she's talking to, and she has this almost a little flat affect. And I do think that she comes across as someone on the spectrum, and I appreciate that. But sometimes it does, you know, just a little one note. And I don't think that that is the actress's like problem. I think that she is doing a very good job at what she's doing, but I do think that sometimes they might do a little better to, you know, give her something a little different to do. So having said all of that, she is doing that in this scene, and it really, really, really works for me. Like, the way that she delivers these lines, you know, talking about Luke, and she says that watching him poison Thalia's tree was like watching her brother stab her sister, and I believe her. She kills it. It's so good.
So Annabeth's idea is that, okay, we can subdue him, we can't kill him. Kidnap? Okay.
Capture.
Like, here's an idea. I will get this like, it's almost like a freaking maid's cart is like what he's got here. I mean, it's completely empty, but I'm just like, really?
Yeah, that's what we got.
This is a brilliant plan here today.
We're gonna stuff a body in this cart, and we're gonna leave. It'll be fine.
This is what happens when you let Percy do the plan. It's just like, we're gonna wing it here. She's like,
hi, Luke. Bye, Luke.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna open the door, say hi, Luke. We're gonna go, and that's it.
Oh God, Percy, buddy, I love you, but
Allie was saved by the Laistrogonians. They fished her out of the water, apparently.
She's still wet.
She's fuming, and they have to hide, like, in a corner as she goes down the hall to Luke's room. And we get the Tyson listening in on the conversation, too. Very good.
And apparently Allison noticed them, so...
They have a pet Cyclops.
Very
They could
rude.
just be hearing them, also. They literally just could hear them, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fact that she says pet Cyclops and Luke is saying, no, that's Percy's brother. He was claimed. I think specifically Luke is the only one who has this ideal, because as we later learn, he has this ideal of how demigods and monsters, but they don't want to call them monsters, like, and all of these creatures can work together, you know?
And kind of using Tyson as a face for that so that he can, you know, make this plea to Percy to understand this kind of monster rights speech that he's giving.
Yeah, he's like saying equality for all of this, and then we have Allie over here who's saying like that's their pets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so once again we're getting the Luke being more sympathetic, Allie straight up being like villain shits, where she doesn't believe that.
Yeah. And it does feel almost like a little dissension in the ranks, you know? Because if Luke actually does believe this, that is very, very interesting, especially considering Tyson's like space in this season. And I am very, very curious to see where they go with that, because that's pretty much an entirely new theme to add to this story. And so I like it a lot, but it's something that could very easily go awry as a metaphor, you know? You get the Zootopia, like, comparing different races to, like, actual dangerous animals kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I like what they're doing with it right now. I like it a lot. I'm very, very curious. And it does make the idea of wanting to join Kronos seem more appealing.
Especially to, like, Tyson, you would think, but...
Yeah, Tyson is getting along with these Laistrogonians, like, actively. He even says later that they seemed all right, they were funny, you know? But he wants to be a hero. God, he's so good. I love him so much. I'm insane.
So they obviously get found out. Tyson is taken to go hang with his new Laistrogonian buddies.
Yeah.
They're scared of it at first. They're like, oh, but, you know, it turns out to be they're all buddies. And then Luke, you know, has his little talk with his cousins, as Luke would say. And we see your favorite, the coffin.
very good coffin, very glad to see it. Very early to get a lot of shit that he says here.
Not to reference another book series that, you know, does the things, but Kronos is like doing the whole like whispering in Percy's mind thing.
Oh,
and it's given those vibes
yeah,
of a certain young adult villain that I'm like, can we not?
Yeah. So it does feel like another moment of linking Percy to Kronos. It's very interesting because we just learned about, we're about to learn about the Great Prophecy, and so that feels relevant. So this is, to me, kind of going back to the two sides of the same coin, to the, I don't know, I feel like I had another example, but yeah, pretty much just the coin and the dreams and the prophecy are all feel a little connected because of the way that they're playing this.
Yeah, so Luke's obviously talking about, like, Thalia and how, like, yeah, I knew her for longer than you, Annabeth. You don't know.
He gets mad.
What she would have been like. She would have wanted me to destroy that tree, okay?
She would have been against the Olympians. She hated her father. And Annabeth can't dispute that. And it kind of fucks her up. Because she knew this girl for 2 months, and she has been actively mourning her for years. And so it makes it really easy to fuck with her, because she has kind of idealized this person, you know, because she was martyred like this. Yeah, and so I find that super interesting.
Yeah, and Percy even mentions how he doesn't want to know about the prophecy. Luke's like, you're smart, because she's scared. It's like, why can't he be both, okay? Why can't you be both?
Luke likes that. He does a little chuckle. He finds Percy charming. He likes him. He doesn't want him to die.
Like,
and it seems like
you, Percy.
Maybe not just for prophecy reasons. Yes, yeah.
Luke, you knew him for a week.
No, that is so true, though.
You want to talk about how Annabeth didn't know Thalia? You knew Percy for a week before you betrayed him.
Oh, once again, I would like to mention Luke's sweater and that he looks very funny. And that's all about that.
It's great. It's wonderful.
It's good.
Then this is where we get they're taken downstairs and told his whole manifesto of everything. And in this scene, Tyson is like,
it's so good.
He's making a cute little, like, thing with the Laistrogonians. He's like, can I borrow a fireball? They take, like, I think it's a bowling ball and just light it on fire or something.
Because on the TV earlier, we saw a shot of a hellhound at a buffet and Laistrogonians bowling. And I fucking love that shit. That was so good.
They bowl with fireballs?
Of course they do. They're Laistrogonians.
They're a time. And this is where I think Luke is, like, insinuating that there's gonna be this battle at Camp Athlet at the end of the season, because he's like, they won't be able to stand against us. You know, they won't be able to stand against our attack. And I'm like, okay, so definitely they're gonna attack at the end of this season. That is what we are seeing with the whole, you know, Percy readying the people and Luke readying the people type shit.
I could see it. What I wanted to mention that I kind of forgot to earlier is that Luke once again mentions the Great Awakening or whatever it's called, with monsters becoming more active. And he also mentions that Poseidon isn't attacking his ship, presumably because Poseidon is busy, which is something that we don't see until much later in the book series.
Yeah, I don't think that's till, like, the 4th or 5th that we don't see Oceanus. And I like that we're bringing that already now. Like, that's good. Good to know.
It does help make some more sense of, you know, why the Princess Andromeda hasn't been fucking sunk.
Interesting that we're calling it the Great Awakening now instead of the Great Stirring. Maybe that's because, like, Kronos specifically is the Great Awakening or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Luke only cares about the demigods and the monsters. Does not care about the mortals. They can go to hell. So he still is villainized here.
He is. He's shitty. He's like, I don't care about your monster revolution thing if you don't care about endless suffering and death. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I do care about monster rights, and I want Tyson to have all the best things in the world, and I think that less people fighting would be good for our demigod society. But I also think that joining a fascist is not the way to make that happen.
you're still gonna have innocents die. Like, you're not in the fucking right here. Okay?
Exactly.
If you don't care that innocent people are gonna die, you are not on the right side.
You can't just claim to be the good guy. Like, your glorious revolution, where you violently overthrow your oppressors, is not gonna help people.
Glory being the operative word.
Exactly.
So Tyson lets off his bomb. I love it. I love how he's just like, what is this? It's a bomb. It goes off and they're able to escape. They get into little lifeboats, but it's like, it's not that little. It's kind of cool. This is the covered boat that we saw in the trailers.
It is. So I was very excited to have an explanation for that.
Yeah, we get off this boat and then Luke, somehow his sweater is undamaged from this bomb going off. He's, he's looking a little worse for wear, but it's still pristine and white somehow. And he's looking off this deck like he's frickin' Sharpay Evans. This is not what I want. This is not what I planned. I just gotta say, I do not understand.
Yeah, all that.
Someone else made this meme before me, but I just can't stop thinking about it. So Percy lets off the winds! Yep. So they can get away faster. And
off we go.
Bye, Luke. Bye. And now we have Clarice again on the Ironclad with these guys who are just not doing shit.
They're just fucking chilling. This is their retirement. They're like, we got out of the underworld. It sucked there. We're just gonna hang out while we got the time.
And this is her fucking moment of the episode, okay? She goes, you losers, right? Aren't you tired of losing?
Yeah, she says, aren't you guys tired of losing? But she says it quietly first. Like, she's almost saying it to herself. And so because of that, I'm kind of interpreting the rest of the speech as also being, to herself as much as it is to them. We're gonna fucking kill it. We're doing this.
Okay. See, I feel like my brain has always said Clarice is gonna be a barbarian, but I think this Clarice is a fighter. This is Rally. This is her Rally right here.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
She's not butch enough to pull off like barbarian anymore.
That's like
she's got that more refined fighter.
That people have for this still is that she's not butch enough, and I'm like, guys, she's great, okay?
She's very good. I love her, but
leave Dior alone.
No, she's perfect. She's doing great. I love her a lot. I want butch representation on my television programs.
I think she's still butch.
She's not. I'm sorry.
She's not. She's futch. Okay.
Okay.
Leave me alone. Like, she's futch.
Okay. I can grant you that, but like barely. Like the makeup, it's a lot.
Well, I blame that on Disney.
She is wearing cargo pants, so I can give her futch.
She's wearing cargo pants, okay? Just because she does her hair in the morning doesn't mean she can't be butch.
Butch women can do whatever they want. I'm just saying, she's not very butch.
I always imagined Clarice in later books having painted nails because of Selena, and that doesn't make her any less butch. Okay?
It wouldn't, no. She just doesn't present as like super butch here. That's fine. I mean, I just words mean things.
Words have no meaning.
Some people, okay, we can't dilute the meaning of butch too much. There are already people on the internet who like call Taylor Swift in a flannel butch, and that is not what that is.
No. God fucking no.
I need women who give butch realness to be represented, and that just isn't quite what we got here. I think that what we do have is fantastic. She's a fantastic actress. I love this version of the character. It's a different version of the character, though, that is less butch than the book version.
Listen, they'll cut her hair, and
will they
she'll talk more gruff. And
will they, though?
I have no idea. I don't know what's in her contract.
I cannot imagine them cutting her hair.
No, because it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous hair. It's part of the problem.
She's too much like a Disney princess, okay? I'm sorry. It's fine. But
yes, she kills the speech.
She rallies them.
I love it.
She's like, hey, we could find the Golden Fleece. You could go to Elysium after this, okay?
You are going to go to Elysium after this. You will. True. We are going to be heroes. We are going to be the heroes who found the fleece. We're doing it. You do not have a choice.
Yep.
And they go for that.
They all stand up, they call her captain, they go off to work. And then one guy is like, you sure about these coordinates?
'Cause, that's not even
Jersey.
the ocean.
And she remembers that Percy was like, yeah, no, I had the dream. Those are the wrong coordinates. She's gonna have to find Percy Jackson. And we're gonna get that next episode.
She's gonna be after them. So no monster donut. We are at sea.
Well, that did happen after, I think.
It happened after they left, but it was before they were like going down the river. They were not at the ocean yet.
Yeah,
if
but
I'm
they're
remembering correctly.
Wherever they are. Okay, so I was gonna wait until we got to the
the
preview for next episode, but they're gonna be on land for that.
Okay.
So there's gonna be a portion where they are on land.
So it could still happen, is what you're saying.
It could still happen. I'm not holding my breath for it, but so we're chilling on our little boat here, and Annabeth finally tells Percy some stuff. She's like, I don't know the full prophecy, I just know the gist, but, child of the big three, when they turn 16, is either gonna just...
Child of the eldest three.
Sorry.
Very good for us and our podcast, our bonus show.
Child
Listen
of the
to our
eldest
bonus
gods.
show.
Against all odds. When he becomes 16, or he will become 16, and he will choose the fate of Olympus to either destroy it or save it. And Percy's
Olympus
like,
to preserve a raise.
well, wish I didn't know now. That was really
Does
bad.
Chiron think that I'm going to destroy Olympus? Because that is not in my character profile. I think that he's wrong. And now I'm upset.
Also, Thunder is rumbling actively as they're talking about this. So Zeus is watching them.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Bastard.
So it's not great. And that is the episode. But the preview.
Which I did not see because I was watching this at the literal last minute. So you'll have to tell me.
Okay, so we get Annabeth in some dark dank place. I want to say it looks like a sewer of some kind. My brain says this could still be the hideout. Like, they could still end up going to... I want to say it is in Jersey, but I don't actually remember where the hideout is. But they might still be going to this hideout and having this remembering thing about Thalia. Clarice is walking onto land, and she fights Percy on land. And then we do get Thalia breaking through a fucking window into an abandoned building.
Oh my gosh!
Flashback episode!
Fuck yes! I want to see the super fucked up Luke diary. I
don't think we're gonna get full diary of Luke,
no.
because this is the next episode is gonna be the Clarice blows up everything. So it's gonna have to be a little bit of two things.
So what I'm actually assuming that is maybe we're gonna start seeing the Cyclops encounter. I don't know if we're gonna get all of it in just that episode, but maybe we're gonna start hinting at it.
So Percy and Annabeth are getting going. They're on the ship, the Ironclad. Clarice is very nervous, and I think maybe crying, looking at something.
Oh,
so
no.
I think we're getting, this is Charybdis and Scylla. Tyson is downstairs, putting coal in the fire, and Percy's looking up, and someone is taken by a freaking tentacle.
It's
something.
gonna happen. Oh my god.
It's going. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's here.
Okay, the show does change a lot. Are we still gonna get Tyson death fake out? Because it would be a very interesting thing for them to change. And then we would get more Tyson throughout the season. Because I'm like, what would be the purpose of doing that at this point? Would anyone believe it, that he was actually dead? But I don't know. The circumstances aren't so changed from the book that it wouldn't work exactly the same as it did in there. Yeah, things to think about. I'm very curious. I bet that they're going to do it because it's so iconic, but they have changed a lot, so.
I still think Tyson can come in as a Deus Ex Machina in the end with Rainbow.
Yeah.
Because he's like,
it is good shit.
Yeah, the hippocampus saved my life or something. Dad came. Dad saved me.
Yeah, yeah. That is good. It would be a shame to miss out on that particular thing. Okay, do you want to do some real quick plugs?
Yeah, I have a real quick plug for you, and that is, everyone, go rewatch She-Ra and the Princess of Power on Netflix right now, because guess what? Fuck Netflix. They're taking it off. They're taking away all of their DreamWorks content. Because
are you fucking kidding?
DreamWorks and Netflix no longer work together, even though
they're just gonna...
She-Ra is an original property. They're doing the same with Kipo.
Holy fuck.
So if you haven't watched Kipo yet either, go watch Kipo.
Watch Kipo.
Watch the DreamWorks stuff on Netflix. Blanket Statement.
What the fuck?
Watch all of that now, because it is leaving. She-Ra, I know, is leaving near mid-end to end of February, I believe. So
hey, at this point, piracy is media preservation. It is
It is.
moral good for you to pirate these shows at this point because
Honestly,
of what they are doing.
She-Ra only has the first 3 seasons on disc. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Why don't you put more things out on disc? I know it's streaming,
man.
but we can't trust streaming services anymore. And
No.
I was just having some, like, positive thoughts about Netflix because I was like, oh my goodness, they're killing HBO Max because HBO Max tried to kill Sesame Street and it had already, taken off a bunch of its own original stuff. So I was like, let's kill Max, finally. Let's do it. And because now Netflix is going to have Sesame Street. And I was like, I'm hopeful that this is going to work because Netflix hasn't killed its own original stuff. It is now. So I'm now in my nihilistic era of like, everything sucks. Fuck all these people. Nothing matters.
Bring back physical media, please. Yeah. Well, that's depressing.
I'm sorry. Give us something happier.
I won't. I will give you, I bought Dredge because it was on sale. So, like, I've finally been playing that. This came out, like, a few years ago. Do you know about Dredge?
No. Please tell me about it.
This is a fishing game. You go out and you fish for different kinds of fish, and it's super charming. And nothing fucked up would happen in such a charming, relaxing little game. And you definitely don't have to run for your life from these fucking nightmarish abominations in the sea. And all of the fish that you catch are super normal, and there's nothing wrong with them at all.
You need to tell our guest Blake about this.
I will.
They love fishing things in
Oh,
games.
hell yeah.
So I think they would enjoy that immensely.
It's super good. Yeah, so it's like a Lovecraftian eldritch horror type thing, and you get fucked up aberration fish, and I'm very close to the end of the game, and it's been super addictive, and I have really enjoyed it. And I really like the aesthetic. The ocean is fucked up, and getting fucked up things from the ocean feels very thematically appropriate. And I even like the monster designs and like the chase sequences. There are some things that I don't even necessarily know what they are because I have avoided them so stringently because I don't want to be attacked. And that is kind of fun too, the fact that like there are still mysteries in this world for me. So there's a big old map, and you can sail across the entire map, and you can sail off of the map, and if you do, the game is like uncharted waters, turn around, and it just leaves this huge bar on the top of the screen that says that, and I'm like, I saved right before I did this, and I just kept sailing out, and if you do that for long enough, a giant thing will rise from the deep and swallow you whole. And it was very good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this game rules. Yeah, and you should probably release this from this mortal coil.
I will release you from this mortal coil as you hear this horrible prophecy about your future. And you might be the one to destroy Olympus one day, Raye. You need to get the fuck off my Princess Andromeda, off my cruise ship.
The difference between me and Luke is that my destruction of Olympus will be a populist revolution instead of, siding with a fascist titan. So jot that down.
I love it. I want to see your revolution, actually.
Yeah, and we'll be doing that next time. So bye, everybody.
Bye. Of the Eldest Gods would like to thank its $10 and up patrons. This means you're either in the Savior of Olympus tier or the God Complex tier on our Patreon, patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. Thank you all so much for your support, especially Matt, our God Complex patron.
You can follow this podcast's socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send us a message through the Duat to oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about the Riordanverse or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology, no promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. If you want to hear more from me, Raye, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with the meme maker Robert called The Bits, where we talk about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I also co-host a non-network podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo. Our music was created and produced by Isabel Strauss-Riggs. You can find Isabel at Kane I, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing The Kane Chronicles. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Do you love to be super scared? Do you enjoy listening to hilarious hot takes on timeless classics? Well, fear not, listeners. I'm here! Welcome to the Super Scary Podcast, where we cover everything from the supernatural to the superpowered. I'm your host, Josh, a scaredy cat nerd who enjoys superhero, sci-fi, and horror movies way too much. Whether I'm processing my trauma from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or reminiscing on the nostalgia of Hocus Pocus, my guests and I have a hilarious time going through our favorite and sometimes not so favorite moments. I'm your friend till the end, listeners, because everyone's entitled to one super scary podcast. We post weekly episodes on Mondays, and you can find us at Super Scary Podcast on all the socials. See you in the afterlife, listeners.
Disney Plus.
Oh boy.
If the mic captured that
sure
that
did.
needs to be the outtake. I'm almost finding it so annoying, the amount of things that are on my continue watching, and Percy Jackson not being one of them, because I technically am caught up.
Right.
It makes me very sad.
Just show me him, though.
Yeah, like I have to go and find it every single time I want to go back. I'm sorry, I don't take notes, and I
Maybe you
expect
can put
to
it in
just-
your likes or something.
Oh my god, it's not even showing up at the top right now.
Ugh.
What the fuck, Disney Plus?
Advertise him to me. I need to see
Come
him.
on! I don't want to watch stupid Simpsons. Show me Percy Jackson, the true Homer.
That's good. That could also be the outtake. That's a good joke. I appreciated that.
Dave X Media.